I guess when I think of the wise people in my own life, it's not the life altering words of wisdom that drop from their lips. It's the way they receive others. I guess it's a very humbling experience for myself too, working on this initiative, working with all of panelists. So before we conclude, as time is running, we are concluding. I would just like to ask each of the panelists to just give your one liner. What's your message to our audience, who are people with fear, who are people who are really looking for opportunities, who are really inspired, or who are looking for alternate avenues, and students who already have a lot of passion and they want to pursue, but they're looking for mentor. Like, what is your message through whatever you have gone through in your journey? I would like to start with Gopal.
So I would basically say, I think a couple of things, especially for young people, right? It is networking, meet, and networking with diverse people. I think many of our community, have a tendency to meet our own community, right? Which is not bad in a way, but it's not diverse. It's not diverse enough, right? So network with diverse people, and then I would say the other important thing is, especially for youngsters, don't get involved with your economy only when there is a crisis. For example, like if there is a racial issue, then only you get interested in politics. If there is a scam, then only you're interested in finance. Right? Make that as a habit of your life. You live in an economy. It's like fish living in water and not living understanding what water is. Right? So as a kid, as a college, as a high school student, I would start from there. Right? Middle school is too young, but my high school is when you start learning some basics of math and economics. I think that's the time we want to introduce to kids about learning this economic system. I call it financial literacy. Yesterday somebody was talking about creating the financial literacy class in economics. I love that idea, right? I think Amol was. And that's exactly what is needed, right? Earlier to better, right? Earlier you start understanding your own economy. This economy is your country. This is your country. This is your economy. Unless you understand how it works, it's not going to succeed. And then lastly, I will one more thing. It takes 10 years to kind of master something. Okay. Like it's been proven. Now we can work 24 hours a day and cut it down to 6 years, but it really takes 10 years. So start early. Like start your problem domain, like Indian says, that's the right way to look at it. Understand what your passion is, understand what you care about, understand what it takes to solve it, and then reverse engineer way into what you should study. We did the opposite way. My dad told me to do engineering and then electrical engineering, then we figured out something else, which is, it took us 10 more years to do it. Right? Rather, I would do the opposite way. Rather, I found out what I want and then go and learn some tools that is necessary to solve that problem and go about it. I think that's my side of it.
Yes, I rightly remember in one of your talks when you said Stephen Covey's habit. Now begin with the end in the mind. What is that you want to achieve? I guess when we know where we have to reach, then you go back in steps and see how you can reach there. I guess that
it logically makes sense. The unfortunate part of it is our education system. Actually, even the education system over here does that, support that. And that to Chandan's point, right? That's the whole problem. Right? And if you know your destination, I give you an example of both my son and daughter, right? Both of them very different individuals. My son knew exactly like the type of problems that he wanted to face right from elementary, middle school, right? And he was squarely focused on that. And a point came where his college education is almost becoming obsolete, right? Same thing with my daughter. She always knew she wants to work with mentally challenged kids, and she has been doing that from 7th grade onwards. And she actually is literally a resident expert in that field right now. She's barely in high school, in college right now, right? But she understands that domain very well, and everything she does essentially is focused towards that particular mission, which gives purpose to education basically, and that changes the way you learn completely. Right? When you are not learning for learning's sake, you're learning because you have to do something with it. So that probably is very important for young guys.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now coming back to our educator, Chandanji. I know he's been my mentor too, encouraging me in many things, and showing me my true purpose, where as an entrepreneur I have to focus on, where as a life purpose goal I have to focus on, and what is a way to lead a fulfilling life. I would like to ask you, what is your message to our audience, for our young adults, for newcomers, homemakers, and even people who are doing transition and looking for doing something meaningful in their lives, and how Gigaplex offers things to that?
I would say, call up your schoolmates. Okay, call up your elementary school friends who saw you between grade 5 to grade 10 and ask them, what do you remember me as? Okay, because that's the time when you were grown up enough to confidently be yourself, but you're also just yourself. Okay, I've done this, and what I've discovered now and what I'm doing now hardly has to do with that. But they told me this is who you were. This is the memory of you we have. And that was what I was doing because that's how I'm born. Right? So if you want to be who you are, call up your elementary friends, ask them what is the most important memory of me you have from that. And see how you can be that on a daily basis. And find something that will let you be yourself and solve a problem that you relate to. Like don't be something else. You're always what you were born with, and you are who you are going to be at that age. I think later on we just on a daily basis chip away from who you are born as because we want to chase somebody else. There is no other Chandan, there is no other Rahul, there is no other Gopal. Then why try to become one, right? So that this is the only advice I'll give. Call up your best friends or maybe not even best friends. Sometimes it's not the best friends because they try to be nice to you. Call people who are in your class, but not the best friends. Ask them what's your memory. Those answers will show you a path about who you are that you won't get by sitting or reading books or going to an MBA school.
Thank you so much. That's so very wonderful. That's the right way. I guess I would do the same experiment. Once we are done with this session, I'm going to call my school friends and ask what is their memory about me. Thank you for the wonderful tip, Chandra.
I'll tell you a real example. I just recently had someone give Gigaplex Academy a try who is doing something that's important, but it's like 180-degree opposite of her personality. And just because there seems to be money there, or that's where she's ended up. And this process helped her. When her friend told you are a storyteller and you are always in front and we had no issue following you when you told something, she realized that why I'm following somebody else on a daily basis. This is why I have a hard time getting up and going to work because I am today going to go and follow somebody else. Then it's not going to make me happy. That's not who I am. And she actually literally starting with that realization changed her job. Though that's not what the Academy teaches. She changed her job because she realized this is where the problem is. I'm not that. No, I'm trying to be that.
Recognizing your own potential, your own hidden potential.
What is it that people naturally accept you as? Right? If as a 12-year-old, other 12 years old didn't have a problem accepting you as a leader that they could trust, then why not take a leadership position? Leadership, sometimes people have natural ability, right?
I'm a part of Toastmasters, so whenever they ask me to give an icebreaker speech or interview me, the one thing when they ask me and what I have to say is, my education is electronics and communication. I always use my communication and use my electronics to present myself. I mean, that is, though the title is that, but this is what I do. I guess you start relating to understand what your true personality is, and understand that potential and do something towards it, and there is where your path to progress. I guess Rahulji is eager to share his thing, share his message to the world.
Yeah, I think I'll make it very short. I know we are running out of time, but I think education or a formal academic education is more like a foundation, I would think. So for the younger generation, it doesn't matter you go into the best of the colleges, I think the education system in the college is basically teaching you how to learn. That is not the end. That is just the beginning. And most importantly, I think be truthful to yourself. Who you are is who you are. You are not somebody that somebody else wants you to be.
Own your identity.
Own your ideas. I mean, dream with a vision. Dream big. Have self-discipline, and most importantly, believe in yourself. And there are so many quotes that are there, and which makes a lot of realistic sense. And one of the quotes that I always like to emphasize is, if you hang around a barber shop, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. Relate that in your real life. You hang with good people, hang with positive approach, positive attitude. You're always going to progress. You're always going to move to the next step. So this is something that in real life, everybody that I kind of mentor, I kind of try to preach it, that just believe in yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
So I would like to ask Ajay ji, from his community experience, like I know it is such a big part of life. Even I was a part of Art of Living Foundation from a very, very young age. I guess I was the youngest volunteer roaming around with Sri Ravi Shankar, where most people would come from many countries to just say hello to him and do pranams to him. I was fortunate enough to even sit next to him, have his hands over me, pampering me, because I was the youngest volunteer who really believed in serving people. Selfless service to make the community a better place. I guess what it really taught me is like, you have to build a community. Everybody have that in you. It's just that you have to create that sense of belongingness, and you have to do it. So, in our own Atlanta community, we have Ajay ji who believes in community service, doing selfless service in his own way. So, let us hear his message to the world.
So, Rajat, thank you. Again, it's very hard to follow these three panelists. They are like, they set this tough mark for me. I think what I would say is that, I'm going to start off from the professional point of view, to be honest with you. The day that you realize that you are dragging yourself to get out of the bed to go to the work, that's the day that you need to start thinking about doing something different. And what I would encourage everyone listening, watching, later on listening to this one is that find what gets you up and running. It's not just walking, running. Find what is the passion in you. This is what I really enjoyed doing it. And then you can do your own assessment. We're all smart people. Even small child can say, okay, here's what I want to do. Here's what I really enjoy doing it. And then you know what are your core strengths. Match that your core strength to the passion that you want to drive. Along with, if you find that I need to learn more, be shameful. Just learn. Nowadays, it is so easy to learn. YouTube, social media, Gigaplex. There are so many avenues. Learn. And always think about as to what can I add value? Where can I contribute? With that, progress will come. But specifically about the community service, we all, yes, we have a family, we have our own personal life, but let's all think about giving back to the society that has given us so much. There are so many platforms. I'm not here to preach about any one particular organization. You pick the organization of your own choice that you believe that they can help you to contribute to the society. The way I look at that, the people who think about looking beyond themselves, their family, and taking care of the universe or other families, ultimately it's going to come back and say, you are going to be a better person than what you were the day before. I'm not comparing and contrasting. So again, I go back to say that I truly believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We are one family. Let's do our job. And thank you.
Thank you, Ajay ji. Like, I really appreciate Maharashtra Mandal of Atlanta for giving us this opportunity, for giving me this opportunity to bring that sense of belongingness among all the people, and also giving some information through this segment to all the people to inspire, to recognize this local people that yes, they are all here to support. Everybody wants to support, everybody wants to give back to the community. So we are creating this platform. If you have any questions, if you have any way to reach out to these people, we will give you this contact information of all the panelists we have today were more than willing to give you support what you need for your path, whether it's your job, you're finding yourself, discovering yourself, or you need mentorship, or you don't know what to do in your life. You have already done with whatever you wanted to do life. Now you want to do something more meaningful, or through seva you want to do something, you want to look beyond yourself in your own self discovery. We have various avenues, and this is just one honest attempt to give you the platform to have those kind of avenues. So thank you so much for your valuable time in watching this whole video. Before concluding, I would like to ask all my panelists a sincere, I'm really grateful and happy that you guys came forward and worked with me on this initiative. So if you have anything for our honoring our roots segment, please, this is the time for you to speak.
Thank you. Thank you, Ranjita.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling us.
Thank you, Ranjita.
Yes,
Thank you so much. It's been great. Thanks for organizing this, and I hope we can contribute more to the community and learn more from the community.
Thank you. Yes, Ajay.
I think, again, thank you again for the opportunity. And again, let's true to be the theme, honoring our roots. Let's all recall where we come from and do our best to continue those roots, the values and the principle that we learn. And I'm really thankful to the Maharashtra Mandala, Atlanta and the community here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, can we?
I think this is a great opportunity. I think we've been here for a long time, and although it sometimes looks like it's giving back, I would say it's really more self-serving in many ways. I've gotten way more than my involvement with MMA activities personally than I've been able to contribute. This is the power of this community. I don't think many other cities have this sort of vibrant, helpful network that I've seen. So do it if you want to give back, but even if you do it with selfish intent, you're guaranteed that you'll get a lot more in return. So do it for whichever intent it is, but be involved. You will definitely get way more than what you put in this kitty.
Thank you. Yes, Gopal.
No, I think I agree with all of you guys. I think this community has given more to us than I could ever ask for. So I think my goal is to make sure that we create a generation that is better than us, like magnitudes of order better than us. And I think we are here for help. We are here for guidance, for networking. We can help with any ways we can. But yeah, thank you for inviting. I think this is a good, I guess, a good feedback from our side. Hope this helps people. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to add one more thing here. Certainly, like I second Chandan's thought as well, that the community is a big support for us here, and don't know how much we contribute, but we definitely get a lot more from the community, and it's been happening for over 20 plus years for me. And I think each and every individual in our community has a uniqueness, and I think one of the messages that I like to give is, if anybody has any challenges, never feel afraid of asking. Never keep it to yourself. It doesn't help. And I think I'm not saying that you need to write it on the wall, but I'm sure that in our community there's few individuals that you can always approach and get a feedback. But sharing challenges always helps. And I think never feel shy that what would that person get from me, or I'm nobody. I mean, it's nothing of that sort. आपल्याकडे एक मराठीत म्हण आहे बघा की खूप आहे म्हणून माजू नका आणि एक नाही आहे म्हणून लाजू नका. आता मी एक्झॅक्टली तसं म्हणत नाही, पण इन दॅट रिलेशन वी आर ऑल वन फॅमिली. So you can always go back to the family and always pose your challenges. And I think this should be a very strong message. And at least on me personally, I have businesses all around the world, but Atlanta is my home, and the reason is because I have this 200 family home in Atlanta, and that's what keeps me in Atlanta. And I think everybody should feel that way. I mean, not many people are privileged to this community, and we really are blessed to be in Atlanta and with this big family of ours. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Maharashtra Mandal of Atlanta has given all this platform to stay connected together because we all belong together and we are here to support each other.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful channeling of our thoughts, providing food for our thoughts, and also giving an inspiration to all the people who have various certainties in our mind and to have clear vision for our own fulfilling life. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Sure.
Thank you.
Bye bye.